Okay, so I'm going to do kind of a odd reading here and do Trump versus the Democratic field. See who would win. See who would lose. So Donald will get the El Goliath over here. Everybody else will get the Comic-Con, or however you say that, over here. Let's see. It's dark. Okay. We'll start with Warren. And Donald. So how would Donald do against Warren? Empress. Brand new fight for you. How would Warren do against Trump? And Temperance. So, Warren. Hangman in the middle. 7 of Swords, there's your strategy. 7 of Pentacles, investments. 9 of Wands, and the High Priestess. And then Temperance. Now, let's see. For some reason, you would have a new strategy that you would have to devise because of a battle of some sort that is probably going to be harder than you thought. Okay, yeah. He would have to turn to alternative means because there's an investment here of the foreign swords because she has to battle against a secret or against something behind the scenes that she cannot see or perceive. That's why her outlook would have to change. Donald, 7 of Wands. Higher ground, trying to defend. You get the Hangman as well. New outlook, 5 of Pentacles. There is hardship, the Chariots. The Knight of Wands, and the Empress. So you would have to develop a new strategy with the Empress. Completely new actions. Knight of Wands. Because this is not a normal candidate. A part of you is supposed to have the higher ground because you are the incumbent, but you get hardship because your outlook is not positive. So you have to mount the vehicles of the past, and I'll just call a thing a thing and say you're going to have to cheat. And that's what she's going to have to fight against. So, Donald Trump. Pete Buttigieg. Tower. That's what you get from above. Pete, how do you do against Trump? Stay in there. And you get the Knight of Cups. So Pete, 4 of discs. Gonna have to cling. You don't have the support that you need to get a crushing win like Obama did over Romney and McCain. There's Death, Queen of Wands, Judgment, 3 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So you start with clinging to all the support you can. Something does change in the endorsements. So I think the world does come out to endorse you if you are ever the nominee. It just doesn't start that way. Then the 3 of Cups, there is a time of celebration. And the Knight of Cups is something that looks great on the outside, like the sort of it's a great time because he has made history and all that type of stuff. So he stands a really good chance because when he is elected or when he is selected as the candidate, everybody gets behind him eventually, because they don't want him to lose to Trump, because we can't afford that again. 7 of Pentacles. Investments. 8 of Swords. Trapped the Moon. Strength. Page of Swords, so bad news. And the Tower. He has no chance to beat Buttigieg, actually. Like 0. Without cheating, anyway. He can't beat any of them without cheating, but there's 0 chance. He gets the 7 of Pentacles, so there's like patience and waiting. And then the 8 of Swords is trapped, so they're trying to really gin up some support by knocking him down, using Dirty Tricks campaign, the treachery with the Moon. Their strength lies in bad publicity. And the Page of Swords, that's sort of bad news. And then the Tower crosses it all. He can't beat Buttigieg either. So what about Biden? Biden. I did a reading a long time ago in a live stream that said IX2 would be the best to run against him. The King of Cups came up, and Biden is the King of Cups. So, word from above for Biden. And Donald Trump, you got the 4 of Swords there, Trump. Now, granted, this is all hypothetical, because I don't think he's even going to make it, but if he does, here you go. Biden, what is your chances? 9 of Wands, uphill battle. The Hermit, the Sun, 10 of Wands, 7 of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. So you have a lot of action and a lot of hard work to do. And this may come from the inside, says the Hermit. So I think what you need, your biggest challenge is not going to be Trump. Your biggest challenge is winning over Democrats who think you're too moderate or too Republican-like. Because I hear this a lot right now, is that you're too much like a Republican. And so that's what you're going to have to win over, because that's your strategy. Your strategy has nothing to do with Trump. Trump is, if you can win over the base, the liberals, the progressives, Trump is mashed potatoes. So it's like, it's not even a big deal. But your biggest thing right now is trying to convince the inside to join you. Not Trump. Because his bottom card is the Four of Swords. Sort of roll over and die. So it's, yeah, he's got the Nine of Swords. There's anxiety. The Lovers. Ten of Cups. Four of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. And then the Four of Swords. Everything turns because, and it all hinges on the Democrats. Ten of Cups is my card for not the GOP, but the Democrats. So it all hinges on that support. If Biden can get it, then you're toast. So right now, we don't see him winning against anyone without cheating. But he's more scared, or his campaign is more scared of Warren than it is Biden, because Biden doesn't have a big progressive base. But Warren does, and that gives her the majority she needs to win, if they all turn up to vote. And then voter suppression is going to have to kick in, aka cheating. So Kamala Harris. And I didn't write these down, so if I skip somebody, just skip somebody. Kamala Harris. What is your chances for beating Donald Trump? Six of Cups. This is nostalgia and memories. Let's see. Trump. What is your chances of beating Harris? Four of Cups. You need outside help to beat her too. Let's look at you first. Ten of Pentacles. There's my GOP. The Fool. Nine of Cups. Wishful thinking. Ten of Swords. There's a defeat of something. And then there is the Lovers. And then outside help with the Four of Cups. So we have the Hierophant. What is your chances of beating Trump? Hierophant. Queen of Disc. Seven of Swords, the Star, and the Knight of Pentacles. This one would actually be a fight. Like, he gathers all his supporters around. The outside, like, all of the guns and all the pistons are going, and she gathers everybody she's ever known since kindergarten out to help her too. She's not a shoo-in. But she will be a benefit of the vote blue no matter who. So, but she has a fight because he garners a lot of support from independents and things like that who should normally be on her side but would choose not to be. So her problem would be the independents. Andrew Yang. Oh, yeah, you know what? We're going to skip Yang for right now. I'm eager. Tulsi Gabbard. Trump, if you were to go up against Tulsi Gabbard, would you win or lose? Bottom card, Queen of Wands. Oh, I need one more. Tulsi, would you beat Donald? Got the star, so there's some hope. We start with Judgment, Ace of Cups, Justice, Knight of Cups, and the Hierophant. She stands a really good chance. But there's a restoration of balance that she would have to do first, simply because people have a different view of who she actually is. She is either a conformist or she is a hope for the future. So she would have to battle against her own base there. Donald Trump got the Queen of Wands and the Emperor in the middle. 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and 10 of Wands. That's not an automatic loss. The Emperor is my card for Putin, but I won't go there. We'll just say it's right now the card for authority. So he sort of sits comfortably. There is harmony between the donors and the behind the scenes people. As you can see, all these sort of big heads, the big wigs, have on these big long black robes, and they're all, yeah, behind the scenes people. There is a defeat and a dishonor, and then a burden upon the rest. And then a Queen of Wands. Now, what is her sign? Because if she's the Queen of Wands, then she loses on purpose. I'm just going to say it like it is. Tulsi Gabbard. April 12th. What is April 12th? I wish I knew this off the top of my head. April 12th, Zodiac. I'll be damned. That's the Aries. She loses on purpose. The only reason he can sit comfortably is because she's on the other side. They're all doing what they're supposed to. Like, I'm trying to be nice and not come out and say, oh, she's a Russian plant, even though I done a reading a long time ago said, yeah, she's beholden to somebody with a lot of land or and land management or something. That's Putin for you. But I won't say that. I'm just going to say it won't be a shoe over or a push over or a shoe in if she's the nominee. It's not even a race. I think she will lose. But I think it's orchestrated. if she's the candidate. Yang. Yang gets the 10 of Swords. There's a loss there. And 9 of Pentacles. Security. Oh, he might beat Yang. Queen of Wands. Queen of Discs. The Sun. 10 of Wands and Judgment. I think he has too much opposition. Strength, yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. 9 of Cups. 8 of Wands. Yeah, he beat Yang hands down. How is that so? But he's got all the good cards over here, not over here. He beat Yang. Yang has too much inside stuff that's not foreboding well for him. I mean, have you ever seen a Sun card, the most positive card in the tarot, look so negative? he doesn't get it. Like, he could be beaten. There's the 10 of Swords as the loss by Donald Trump. And I really think it's his own people that do it. It's going to be Democrats that do it. Interesting. Let's do one more. Not Klobuchar. I don't want to do that guy either. Castro. Beto. We'll do Beto. Beto O'Rourke. Who just might be president. Everybody sees a white guy, and I think that's the one. 7 of Wands. So, superiority complex is what you're going to have to use to beat it. Like, oh, I'm not going to take away your guns. I'm not going to take away your religion. I'm not going to, he's going to have to do the fear mongering. And you get the 10 of Swords too. And the 5 of Swords, there is a dishonor and defeat. 7 of Cups, confusion. Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, and the 2 of Swords. He beats Beto, looks like. 7 of Pentacles, investment. 2 of Swords, Page of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and 7 of Wands. So he comes from a better position than you do because he has the fear pulpit. And you can't seem to get around that. So he defeats you with fear. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to be messy right fast. Donald Trump running against Mike Pence. Let's go right off the top. Alright. King of Disc and the Ace of Swords. The Fool and the Sun. Two of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Six of Swords, Eight of Swords. The World and the Ace of Cups. The Empress. Seven of Wands. Well, they're pretty neck and neck here. He gets the incumbent powers, so he sort of stands a better chance. But internationally speaking, and speaking for the voice of the country, Mike Pence would do better if he can point out what a big baby the fool is. So they would be neck and neck. So who wants to win the loser fight? So there you go. But let's take a stab in the dark one more time. I'm going to ask this question 40 million times before we hit 2021. Who's going to be the president? Who's it going to be? One card. Queen of Wands. Okay, never mind, three cards. It's going to be a man or a woman. King of Cups. That's who it said this time. So, we don't know. But hopefully that is not Tulsi Gabbard. But again, she stands no chance of beating Donald Trump. It's either Warren or Biden. Warren or Biden.